Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Nicholas Davenport, aka Mr. Mental Muscle, and today we have another episode of Mental Muscle Monday. Now, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind, and that's what's in a name. Like, you come to know me as Mr. Mental Muscle. Obviously, my full name is Nicholas Davenport or Nicholas Alexander Davenport. And the reason I bring this up is because I was thinking about when I went into making this YouTube channel. I already had other channels for my company, Mind Body One, and even another called The Mental Breakdown. But I wanted to brand myself as a mental coach, as a guy who has experience in psychology from a performance standpoint, has some from a clinical aspect, social aspect, personality, cognitive. The list really goes on. So this channel is to exemplify all of that. But the funny thing is, I couldn't think of the name. It was either going to be my actual government name, Nicholas A. Davenport, or Mr. Mental Muscle. Now, obviously, you see it did become Mr. Mental Muscle, but I actually did a poll on Instagram to see what was more preferred. And it was a unanimous decision that it was Mr. Mental Muscle, like 90+%. Now, the thing about why I even got to that point of being indecisive is not because I didn't like that name. It's just that I said, given the people I follow and respect in this field, such as, say, Jordan Peterson or Andrew Huberman, both well-respected psychologists and neuroscientists, they use their real name. And I was like, if I want to be on that caliber, that level, should I use my real name too? Now, over the last decade, I came up with Mr. Mental Muscle back in 2012. So over a decade, I've been using this moniker, but I was questioning it, and this is what people come to know me as, so it only made sense. But I was doubting who I am. And I guess this gets what most people can get caught up in is titles, names, because they say a rose by any other name is still a rose, right? And at the same time, Mr. Mental Muscle, all the things that I would achieve is because of Nicholas A. Davenport. So what difference did it really make to call me that? But I was caught up in this title. And it's just like with anything else, whether it be school, a sport, a relationship, a job. You have a role, you have a title, but what does that title even dictate? For example, let's say you got a promotion, got this fancy new title, but you made the same amount. Does it make you any better because someone calls you something else? It makes you sound prestigious on paper, but yet you're doing the same role. You're getting the same pay, the same compensation. It sounds good. It's lip service maybe, but does it really add value? And I think that's what we got to understand when it comes to just us in our lives is the value that we bring is what matters. Nicholas Davenport earned the degrees. Nicholas Davenport got the credentials. I work with all the clientele, the athletes, the military, the police officers, the corporations. I've done all of that, and it's because of me. So whatever you want to call me, that doesn't change. And that's why even I can get caught up in it. But that's the take home message is don't get stuck on the title. Because at the end of the day, the quality, the content inside of a book, for example, is what matters. Title gets people hooked, don't get me wrong. So it's not to say you shouldn't care and it shouldn't make sense, whatever that role is. But when we get so caught up in that, are we really bringing any value? I don't know. So what I want you guys to do is reevaluate what you think of yourself. What is the name, the role, the title, the position that you want to be and how you're going to go about it? Because at the end of the day, what you do is going to dictate the outcome so you can get your mind right.